Welcome. Today, we are going to build an absolutely crucial skill for anyone working in a hotel: how to handle guest maintenance issues in Spanish. And we're not just going to give you a list of words. Nope. We're giving you a simple, powerful framework that will help you manage any situation with complete confidence. So let's imagine it. The phone at the front desk rings, a guest has a problem, and they're telling you about it in Spanish. Your goal here isn't just to understand them, but to respond in a way that makes them feel heard and completely taken care of. You ready? Okay, let's dive in. First things first, you need the right tools for the job, right? Before we can start building sentences, we need the basic building blocks. We're going to start with the essential words you'll hear and use the most. I'll say each one slowly so you can really nail the pronunciation. This one is huge. It's the name of the department you'll be calling for help. Mantenimiento. Let's try that slowly. Man-te-ni-miento. One more time for good measure. Mantenimiento. This is your go-to department for any physical problems in a room.
Okay, this phrase right here is probably the most common one you will ever hear. No funciona. It's simple, it's direct, and it covers basically anything, from a broken TV to the air conditioning. Let's say it nice and clear. No funciona. Getting this one right is absolutely key.
Now, take a look at this list. The amazing thing is that these 7 terms will cover the vast majority of maintenance calls you get. Seriously. Whether it's the aire acondicionado or a ruido, a noise complaint, having these in your back pocket just makes every conversation so much smoother. You're not just listening for words, you're spotting keywords to know exactly what to do next. All right, so we've got our vocabulary down. Now let's turn those individual words into powerful, professional sentences. These are the phrases that show your guests you are in control and you are ready to help. These are your new go-tos. This is it. This is your perfect, polite opening for every single call. It immediately sets a helpful, professional tone. Let's break it down nice and slow. ¿En qué puedo ayudarle? It's formal, it's respectful, and it's exactly what a guest wants to hear from you. Now, before you even try to solve the problem, you have to acknowledge it. In this phrase, it's pure gold. It shows empathy, and it instantly tells the guest, hey, I'm on your side. Let's say it together nice and slow. Lo siento por las molestias. You've got to memorize this one. And here it is, your key action phrase. After you've listened and you've shown empathy, this is how you tell them what you're going to do about it. It's so clear and direct. Voy a enviar a un técnico. It tells them you're taking action right away to fix it. Okay, so let's put all these pieces together and see how they create a full professional conversation. We're going to walk through a role play about a super common problem, a broken air conditioner. Just listen to how our core words and phrases fit together so perfectly. So the call comes in, the guest gets right to the point, and listen, they've used one of our key phrases, no funciona. Because of that, you immediately know what kind of problem you're dealing with. There's no guesswork needed at all. And would you look at that? A perfect response. You immediately jump in with your core phrases. First, you show empathy. Lo siento por las molestias. Then, you make a polite request for information to get the ball rolling. ¿Me indica su número de habitación, por favor? Beautiful. In this right here, this really gets to the heart of our whole strategy. It's a simple, repeatable pattern. Every single professional interaction follows these 3 steps. First, you empathize. Second, you get the details you need. And third, you state the action you're going to take. This 3-step process is your key to handling just about any problem that comes your way. And this illustrates that final step perfectly. You are stating the action clearly, and you're managing the guest's expectations. You're not just saying you'll help, you're giving them a time frame. In a few minutes, a technician is coming up to check it. That right there is what excellent service sounds like. So the really great news is that you don't have to go and learn a dozen different scripts. You can just adapt this exact same 3-step strategy for all sorts of other common issues. Let's run through a couple of quick-fire examples just to see how versatile this framework really is. Okay, we're going to quickly tackle 3 super common scenarios. A guest calls because they have no hot water. Another one can't get into their room because the key card failed, and then a noise complaint. Let's see how our framework holds up. So, for the guest with no hot water, Notice how the script is almost identical. The guest says, I don't have hot water. You immediately respond with empathy, ask for a small detail, since when has this been happening, and then you state the action. You're sending a technician. See? It's the same winning formula. Okay, now for a key card, there's a small but really important difference in that final action step. You offer an immediate solution that you can do right there. If you'd like, we can reset the card at reception. You only call maintenance if that first, faster solution doesn't work. This is all about efficient problem solving. You always try the quickest fix first. Of course, all of this works so much better when people can understand you clearly. Your professionalism really shines through not just in what you say, but in how you say it. So let's just take a quick moment to master a few words that can be a little tricky for English speakers. Let's break these down together nice and slow. For ruido, which means noise, really lean into that first syllable. Ruido. For llave, or key, just remember that in Spanish, that double L almost always sounds like a ya in English, so it's llave. And for our big one, just take it piece by piece. Aire acondicionado. You've got this. All right, it's time for a quick check-in, just to make sure these ideas are really locked in and ready for you to use. I'm going to show you a question, and you just think of the best answer based on what we've been talking about. So, a guest has a problem with their TV. What is your very first response? Think back to our framework. Which one of these phrases shows that immediate professional empathy we talked about? That's right. The answer is C. Lo siento por las molestias. You always want to lead with empathy. It immediately helps calm the situation down and sets a really positive, helpful tone for the rest of the entire conversation. And for our final thought today, let's bring it all home. A guest calls to report noise. What are your first two moves? You already know the answer, don't you? It's lo siento por las molestias, followed by me confirme su habitación, por favor. You now have the tools and the structure to handle any maintenance call like an absolute pro. Now go out there and impress your guests.